Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Josh, and today I'm really excited because I get to drive my car after a month. There was a huge freeze in Houston not so long ago, and so I was not able to drive it. I didn't want to drive it in those conditions, and so for those reasons the car was just parked. I have the battery tender plugged in, so the battery is running fine. I didn't unplug it just because I felt like I was going to be able to drive it within the next upcoming weeks. I did check all the fluids. I checked the transmission fluid, and it's a little low. Still drivable, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it to AutoZone and top it off. Now, in order for you to be able to put transmission fluid, the car needs to be running so you can see the levels of it. So that's why I can't do it right now. But this is the one that I suggest. I've been using this one on the car for, ever since I bought it. But I'm excited, guys. I'm gonna be driving it. So let's go ahead and take it out for a spin and see if it cranks actually. Here's the little beauty. Got my tripod set up so we can see if the car turns on or not. But before I turn it on, I have to move this one out the way. I've never spoken about this one, but this is my 2015 Mercedes E-Class or E350. There's a little bit of a problem that I have with the car. It's tearing apart. And that's a very common problem for these cars. I do plan on switching this out in the future. Not right now. I'm not too worried about it. But there it is. It did take a little bit for it to turn on, but I was able to get it to crank up, which I'm very excited about. It's got a weird noise that I've never heard on it. I'm just gonna disregard it for now. Now what I'm doing is I'm letting it get warmed a little bit. Like I said, it hasn't been turned on in about a month, so I'm letting it get some heat inside the engine, get it warmed, and then I'm gonna take it out for a ride. So I was able to check out the gauges. Everything seems to be working fine. The gas gauge works perfectly, which I'm very excited about. I ordered the boot to cover the gas tank, but it's still not here, so I guess we'll wait on that. But I'm just happy the car turns on. Oil pressure seems to be a little high. The needle is pointing a little bit higher than usual, but I think that's just because the car hasn't been turned on in a while. And still cold, but I've let it rest for about 6 minutes now. So let's go ahead and drive it. I've had the car for about a year now. I just recently started doing YouTube videos, and it all started because I enjoyed driving this car so much. I figured I would share my experiences with the car with the rest of you guys. And what's funny is that I don't know a lot of people that are my age that would consider buying a car like this one. You know, shit, it just started raining. I've never had this car out in the rain, so we're gonna see how that goes. But anyways, I've never contemplated the idea of getting a newer car or anything. I had always had in my mind to get an older car. And it's crazy because I never figured myself getting a Corvette. I was saying, sometimes when I go to car shows or whatever, it's hardly ever where you see people my age driving these type of cars. I just feel lucky to be one of the lucky ones. Funny story, I didn't think it was gonna rain today until I literally took the car and it started raining. And of course the wipers don't work. Here at AutoZone, what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and top off the transmission fluid and just browse around to see what else I can find for the car. This is the one, guys. $10.99 AutoZone, no special. But then I have been contemplating the idea of getting a carb. However, I am not too sure about which one to get. Heard Holly, really good brand, but I've also heard that you can never go wrong with Edelbrock. If you guys have any comments on that, please let me know. I'm doing the switch myself, so good video to be on the lookout for. But for now, let's just get this. I just got in the car and it started raining again. It's like the rain is just following me today. Well, I guess this is just the good as time as ever to find out if the car has any leaks or not. Quite the rain right now. It's like literally getting the whole car wet. And the wipers started working when there were no rain, and they stopped working as soon as it started raining. It's just one of those things with this car. So far no leaks, which is really good. I'm very happy about that. I just can't see shit right now. I can see a little leak on the side. So there's a bit of a small leak on the side. You can see it dripping right over here. So I'll check that one out. Well, I guess I'll give it a good dry out and a good wax, since I don't think I've ever done it. But luckily we're back home. No damages, no nothing, except the wipers just acted the way Oh, I left my tripod outside. I just noticed that. Anyways, guys, so we're back at the garage. As you guys can tell, the wipers tried to work, and then they just kind of stopped. But anyways, let's get this hood open. Luckily, there's no wet spots inside the hood. Let's go ahead and start testing out to make sure that there's fluid inside, and let's start chopping out. This is just bizarre. So I was setting up the tripod, and guess what decided to stop working again? The wipers. And I have my little funnel here to make sure that I can pump up. Alright, so we still have a little bit, so let's go ahead and pump it up. And remember guys, the car needs to be on and it needs to be running for a while before you can top up. You cannot do it when it's off, it's going to give you a wrong reading. That shows full. That's good for us. That's all we needed. As far as the wipers, sure. Oh! Alright. We're getting the wipers to work barely. That'll be another homework for the car. For now, I'm just gonna give it a quick dry, clean it up. Where the leak is coming from. It's just a little bit of a leak, but I saw a couple of tears coming in. The cartridge is going just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and inspect the leak. I'll probably post a video on that later on to make sure that you guys know where the leak is coming from. But it was coming from the passenger side. I don't know exactly from where. So I have to diagnose and see where the wet areas are at. Other than that, that's it. Catch you guys in the next one.